Okay, so Chi and I are going to redo Ukraine has not yet perished. The reason for this is that we actually published it in as three separate poems, but in truth and in fact, it it should be read as one poem. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do now. That's what we're going to do. Ukraine has not yet perished. Partners in democracy. Russian rockets and bombs rain down on Ukraine. Missiles unleash chaos, suffering, and pain on ordinary people forced to flee, whose only crime is wanting to be free. Meanwhile, bombs rain down on Ukraine. Long live our Soviet motherland. Our glory will live in the memory of nations, and all generations will honor her name. Russian rockets and bombs rain down on Ukraine. As spectators stand by, but refrain from helping their partners to fight. A friendly country is being invaded in plain sight. Meanwhile, bombs rain down on Ukraine. Long live our Soviet motherland. Our glory will live in the memory of nations, and all generations will honor her name. Meanwhile, bombs rain down on Ukrainian cities, on ordinary people whose only crime is wanting to be free. Terror, troops and tanks, not even civilian casualties, not even a friendly country being invaded for all to see, will move the spectators to fight for democracy. Long live our Soviet motherland. Our glory will live in the memory of nations, and all generations will honor her name. The threat. Where are the Ukrainians' weapons of war? Where are the planes? Where are the ships? Where are the tanks? Where are the missiles? Where are the rockets? Where are the cluster bombs? Where is the threat? Beware of the ballerinas, the teachers and accountants, the bank tellers, bartenders, and supermarket checkout cashiers, armed with rifles and Molotov cocktails. We will not spare either our souls or bodies to get freedom. Meanwhile, bombs rain down on Ukrainian cities, on ordinary people whose only crime is wanting to be free. Kiev and Odessa, Mariupol and Kharkiv, invaded and besieged. Women and children on the run, women and children separated from husbands and fathers, brothers and sons. Meanwhile, Russian bombs rain down on Ukrainian cities. Long live our Soviet motherland. Our glory will live in the memory of nations, and all generations will honor her name. So where is the threat? Beware of the ballerinas, the teachers and accountants, the bank tellers, bartenders, and supermarket checkout cashiers, armed with rifles and Molotov cocktails. We will not spare either our souls or bodies to get freedom. Meanwhile, Russian bombs rain down on Ukrainian civilians in their cities, villages, and towns. Women wipe away their tears. Children hug their teddy bears. They run from the rubble and ruins towards freedom. Nowhere. So what is there to fear? Where is the threat? Ukraine has not yet died, neither her glory nor her freedom. Beware of the ballerinas, the teachers and accountants, the bank tellers, bartenders, and supermarket checkout cashiers armed with rifles and Molotov cocktails. Beware of the besieged, whose only crime is wanting to be free. Beware of the husbands and brothers and sons separated from their families. Beware of the women who have wiped away their tears. Beware of the children who hug their teddy bears. Beware of the freedom fighters with their backs against the wall. Beware of tomorrow. Prepare for the bombs to fall. We'll not spare either our souls or bodies to get freedom. The theatre in Mariupol. The bomb which brought the house down buried 300 people underground. The old and the young, mothers and their daughters caught in the crosshairs, slaughtered by the measured pressure of a man's thumb. A brute in uniform who was blind, deaf and dumb to the cry of children written in Russian on the ground. He saw, he read, he shook his head and pressed his thumb down. Will he lose a night's sleep over writing on a lawn? Why? He will tell and retell the story to his children of a direct hit, a bullseye. The young and the old, the mothers and their daughters, those who survived the shrapnel and the slaughter, will never forget the bomb which brought the house down and buried 300 innocent people underground. Bucha, soldiers on safari. Bombs and bullets have no guilt to hide. Bombs and bullets don't decide. Bike and rider lie side by side. Potatoes scattered, blood spattered, hands tied. A hole through the head, another civilian dead. Buried the dead before the dogs pick their bones. Zip up the body bags and throw them in, one on top of the other in their crowded coffin. Cover them over so the dogs will leave them alone. Bucha, a killing ground. Russian soldiers on safari in town. Meanwhile, we debate whether this is a war crime or genocide. The red line has been rubbed out. Anything goes. The dead lie side by side. Fuck your mother, my brother. Kramatorsk train station. For the children. Bombs have no tears to flow. Bombs have no hearts to break. Do bombs know which path to take? Bombs go where they are told to go. Our Holocaust has arrived. Take no prisoners, dead or alive. If they are civilians, slay them all. Never again in Europe, never again, except in Ukraine. For the children, this bomb has a name. If they are civilians, slay them all. Meanwhile, bombs rain down on a Ukrainian city. A gift dedicated for the children by special delivery explodes on Kramatorsk train station. A mortuary for mothers and their children whose only crime is wanting to be free. Kramatorsk train station, a playground for Russian soldiers on safari. Meanwhile, we debate whether this is a war crime or genocide. The red line has been rubbed out. Anything goes. Mothers and their children lie side by side. Long live our Soviet motherland. Our glory will live in the memory of nations and all generations will honor her name. Fuck your motherland, my brother. Fuck your mother. So the threat is crystal clear. Our Holocaust is here. If they are civilians, slay them all. Prepare for more bombs to fall. Prepare for the long haul. Prepare for the worst is yet to come. The red line has disappeared. Anything goes. Everyone is fair game. The Russian soldiers on safari take dead aim. They give the bomb a name and kill mothers and their children waiting for a train. Never again in Europe. Never again. Except in Ukraine. We'll not spare either our souls or bodies to get freedom. We will never forget. We will never forgive. We will get revenge. We will rebuild. We will live in freedom. Not one soul, not one body lost will have died in vain. Meanwhile, your memory will remain without honor. You will be remembered by future generations and by all nations as a face without a name. Fuck your Soviet motherland, my brother. Fuck your mother. Glory to Ukraine.